right, hello everyone. How are we doing today? We're back with another exciting, well, probably not exciting, but we could try to make it exciting today. Painting of we're still working on our astropath. I'm going to finish up what I want to get done on this today, and hopefully move on to something else next time. Big exciting news, Warhammer just, Groundhog, I'm doing good. Games Workshop just announced Curse City, which is a fantastic looking game that has some fantastic looking models that once that is released, we will be working on those. Some on camera, some off camera, and we will be hopefully playing that. But back to this here today, are things. I changed my desktop around a little bit. Oh, there's that. Can't grab the chat apparently. All right, that's fine. Yeah, excited about that. Until that does come out, we're gonna probably do some painting tutorials on simple painting techniques, how-tos, and whatnot. Yeah, so. Groundhog, how is the audio right now? I can't get my desktop audio to apparently work. Audio is great. Good. Outstanding. All right, so some of the finishing things on this. This model could be said to be done. What we're going to do is we're going to do the Aquila. We're going to paint that gold. We're going to put another wash on this staff and the wood on the staff. We're going to go down here and we're going to attempt to put a difference on the inquisitorial eye, imperial eye, on her loincloth. So let's, as the British would say, crack on. Move my pot of water over to here. Brushes. Oh yeah, can't bring that in the camera. Still having issues with the lighting. Well, we're going to start with some glorious gold, Vallejo game color, which is a rather dark gold. I think close to Retributor gold from GW. And we're going to go in here and hit this up. How'd your exams go there, Groundhog? I know you should be done with those by now. It's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Hello, bot. Oh, again. I keep doing this without... You still need a few more. Jeez, man. That's better. Need my little assistants. Fix some things on there. So I like painting gold in layers with a wash. I used to paint all my golds in a non-metallic, true metallic, non-metallic style. Takes forever, but you get some really good results out of it. Which is essentially start with a brass and you work your way all the way up to essentially silver mixed with gold. You can get some really good definition out of that, but it triples the amount of time. Didn't go very well the first time. That's not cool, man. You're smarter than that. I know. Quick base coat on the gold. Hiding under the wing. And the other side of the wing. While we have this gold out, we're actually going to use this to do some line work on the cloak. So we're going to actually take this gold and we're going to attempt Gaming Smith official. What's up, Game Smith? Rather official today. It's your first time on stream, I think? Do I know you? Always a delay. You want to see something really weird? Get on a Zoom call that's being Twitch streamed and have the Twitch stream open and the Zoom call open and just go insane from the reverb and all the... Oh, cool. All right, so there's this neat band around your cloak on the outside. We're going to paint that gold. That's going to be a little tricky. We're going to be able to go and clean it up, don't worry. This you want your paint a little bit thinner because you're doing a little bit more detail work. Just a little bit thinner. Excuse me while I concentrate. Ooh. Okay, that little bit of gold looks pretty cool on there. Focus for me. And we're going to leave that to dry. Jump around a little bit. We're going to look for Agrat Shade. This stuff is magic. Oh God, trigonometry. You and Ground Dog should hang out. You're both doing high complex mathematics. Way out of my league. We're going to take this And we're going to put this on the staff. It's definitely supposed to be made out of wood on this staff. Definitely a cool model. These washes, the way they work, they go on and they look significantly darker than they dry. So the recesses that this is going in, that it looks very, very dark, that'll actually dry slightly lighter than that. But it'll definitely give you all the free shadowing and shading that you want. That works really good. They're liquid talent. They help cover up mistakes that you've done, anything that you've done that's screwed up, or you think you screwed up at least. It'll go ahead and fix that for you. It's a good way to cheat. Alright, one of the other things I was going to do today while I have it out is I got some really bright blue ink. I'm going to get some of this on This is Indian ink I'm using from, you can get this at Michael's. Dr. Martin's Bombay Blue Indian ink. Inks dry extremely translucent, but they do impart their color on whatever you put them on. So these little glowy balls on their helmet, I didn't like how they were too white. That should help fix that. Yeah, definitely. Much better. I'm actually going to hit some of this up into the eye down here. And on the metallic over here. So it's still going to have the metallic sheen underneath it, but it's going to be very much more blue. Inks. This is used to be what we had for making magic in painting happen. The washes do a different purpose, different job. Concentrate that in there. And we're going to hit that up with a slight dry brush a little bit later too. Kind of want to emphasize the blue magic coming out of her hand. Brighten this up a little bit. There we go. Something. So on this little tabard down here, we're going to go ahead and hit that up with another little bit of wash of the half black Nuln Oil half water. But first, I think I'm going to embellish it with some red. Yeah, embellish it with a little bit of red. So we're going back with the blood red. Whack. Hope nobody watching this is living in Texas right now. Things are pretty dire down there. Okay, so there's a little eye in here. I want to try and get this little eye, like a Roman numeral eye. Again, excuse me while I concentrate. Really get up in there, way up in there. Whew. I should be able to make that out now. All right. All right. And then we're still going to hit that up with some of this half wash. Few things that are going to get this back here. Cover up some of the spillover that I did with the silver. And we're going to hit this again right here. Now, if you follow along the lines of the recesses that are already present on the model, this will actually just go right into that. And I'll leave those raised areas very clean and clear. You know, I don't think it's gone back to normal, I think they're out of the final cold snap, but I think the, you know, just what happened is absolutely ridiculous. And, you know, they say not to talk politics with people you don't know. I find it fun. That's what happens if you deregulate a market that really shouldn't be deregulated. The free market is out for one thing: profit. That's it. And if you allow the free market to run, it doesn't care about human lives. It cares about profit margins. So it will always go for the cheapest, most cost-efficient way of doing things, which can be good until it's something that people depend on and will cause them to die if things are not set up right, which it did. People died. People died. Which is sad. belt buckle on there. All right. This should be dry enough to put a wash on. Well, there's certain things I think at this point in time we are in human civilization. There are certain things I feel that we should move towards the Star Trek version of life. Money is not the reason you should try to succeed. It's not. To better yourself and people around you, to do what you enjoy doing, that's a much more fulfilling motivator than money for anyone who's not just starved for money. Starved for money, greedy. They actually did an episode on that. If you like Star Trek, which of course I do, obviously, where they woke up a bunch of people who were frozen from diseases they couldn't cure from the 2000s, and there was a musician, a businessman, and a woman who I don't remember what I think she was from a wealthy family, or her husband froze her because her husband, that's what I think it was, her husband froze her because her husband thought it would help. And the capitalist, the greedy guy, he just couldn't grasp it. He was too drawn to money. Couldn't understand it. Communications like phones? Like your phone system? Alright. I'm going to dip back into the red here. And I got to fix some of this that I screwed up on the back. Having a world with haves and have-nots is not a good idea. I think that's the problem. Landlines and internet. Because the internet is so ingrained in what we do now, it should be a public service. Here in the States, the owner of, what is it called? Dasani Water, I think? Wants to privatize all water sources. He does not want there to be free access to clean drinking water. See, if you're going to nationalize the company, then you make it a non-profit company, and then you appoint government workers to run it, like healthcare in every country other than the U.S. All right. figure out how to make this camera work better. Alright, so the handle on the pistol back here, I'm thinking wood also, so I'm just going to grab the wild wood. Should have... Or actually, you know what? Skeleton Horde. This is a nice color too. And then the last thing I think we're going to work on today is going to put a highlight back onto the yellow, which is a little muddy right now for my liking. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that if it's a federal company, if if it's a not-for-profit, how they get rid of their profits at the end of the year is they pay their CEOs and whomever they want to pay. If you make it a federal company, and I use the term federal for the United States, like the military. The military gets allotted money and people have set paychecks. At the end of the year, the extra money that went into the military doesn't go into a general's paycheck because he cut corners. Same with the Veterans Association, the VA. Same thing with that. And that, to me, makes much more sense. So the VA in the United States is a hospital system, the Veterans Administration hospital system. And what they do is they take care of veterans with disabilities, like myself. And how they work is they get funding from the government through tax money. And it's paltry. The amount of funding they get is paltry, minuscule compared to the military budget, of course. And they run a healthcare system, and they do it very well. And if they don't cut corners, because there's no need to. There's no saving money. And that's what needs to happen. But this is getting into deep politics right here. Don't want to upset anybody. All right, so this yellow. So we're going to bring this yellow up a little bit as soon as I find a yellow paint. Where'd you go, yellow paints? Down here. We're going to use a dirty yellow Averland Sunset. Averland Sunset base color from Citadel. If this is any good, it's a dirty yellow, keeping with that dirty yellow on there. Oh, I'm not sorry for Wall Street. Oh, wall text. Government pays checks are tied to average wage in Israel, so a lot of people... Yeah, we don't do that here in the States. The way it's set, government paychecks are set. The government workers are all unionized, and they get cost of living, occasionally get cost of living increases. It doesn't happen a lot. 1 or 2% a year. They're paid well. They're paid significantly above the federal minimum wage. Having a government job is considered a good job. And highly sought after, very competitive. And sorry again for the concentration. But the people at the top get paid more than the people at the bottom, and for the amount of work that they do, but they're paid better than they are if they're working in the civilian world. A janitor, housekeeping at the VA hospital gets, I think, $16 an hour, I believe, which they do an important job at the hospital. They clean a hospital. Makes sense. Where if it was in the state of Connecticut, they would get $10.10 an hour minimum wage. So it's significantly better than minimum wage, which is absurdly low. $10.10 an hour is not enough money to live on. But it keeps the jobs competitive, the federal jobs competitive with private jobs that are higher end, I guess, would be the way to look at it. So a doctor working at the VA actually wouldn't be making as much. The cap that he would be able to make isn't as much. Your civilian sector started paying people more then, I guess, when the coronavirus hit, the ones that would go to work. Yeah, they didn't do that here, I'll tell you that. And the big issue right now that we have going on in the United States is raising the federal minimum wage to help poor people. I'm out of camera. Sorry about that. I was off camera. To help poor people get along better, especially during trying times like this. And all the rich people are saying, oh, it's going to hurt small businesses. It's going to hurt small businesses. Small businesses typically pay more than minimum wage when they get a person that they want to keep on, that they like, because they understand the value of a good worker. Large corporations don't care. And you get into the rut where management takes over a large business's small area, i.e. a local store, where you have a manager who probably wouldn't make it if there was closer supervision. And they don't promote people and don't raise paychecks of people who should be getting paid more. Happens all the time. Like a nice mustardy yellow on there. Staying on camera. Stay on target. Stay on target. Okay. That yellow looks a lot better now. And you get a lot of, you get it from the top down, doesn't work. We've proven it several times. And we have proven that bottom up does work. So it's super frustrating. Oh. Yeah, well, poor people lose their jobs first always. So we're looking at a half hour now. We made a little bit of progress. Not as much as I would want to today. Having some camera issues on my end, I think. Yeah, that's exactly my point. Is that when a company is doesn't get forced to pay their people more, they won't, because they want to see wages stagnate, profits increase, pay to the top people increase, to create a wage gap that's bigger than it's ever been in our country. In the 50s and 60s, when the federal minimum wage was raised, and the wage gap was the smallest it's ever been in our country. Our country, the United States, saw the largest growth it ever has, essentially since the founding of the country. So, yeah. It works. When you bring money in from the bottom up, it works. All right. So on the backpack, we're going to do some changes on the backpack a little bit. We're going to block in some of those with some colors. We're going to put some color on these tendrils. And we're going to put a highlight. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. A highlight on the gold on the Aquila next time. And then we're probably going to call this done. I'm going to prep a base for her. I'm going to clip her off of this base. The boots I'm calling complete. I'm going to clip her off of this base and go ahead and put her on another base. I'll have that ready by next time. So we did a little bit of layer work on the scarf. We did the wash on the stick. The stick looks pretty cool now, I think. The ink on the globies help bring out that blue. No, this plain base, no. I don't do that. I use, let me see if I can grab one real quick. Oh, I got them over here. Do I have them over here is the question. Alright, I don't have one handy, unfortunately. I like the Necromunda bases that they made, GW made. They've got some really cool details on them. Yes, it's a doggo. Guinness, Guinness, come here. Come here. Guinness, you're wanted on camera. Come here. The doggo. This is the vicious attack, Guinness. Aha. This is Guinness, my doggo. Guinness, look. Look. You don't want to look? Oh, puppy. This is my miniature Schnauzer Guinness. He's a butt. He is very cute, but he is a butt. You want to go, buddy? He doesn't like being on camera too much. He says it stresses him out. Go on, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Ready, Guinness? See if we can get you on camera. Guinness. Hey, buddy. Come here. Oh, just have a dog show. That's all it is the dogs. Get the other two dogs in here and just have them go crazy. Really wish I had one of those bases handy. But yeah. So we're going to call that a wrap for today. This camera plays hell with my hair. It was good hearing from you again, Ground Dog. Good luck on those tests and the exams. Hopefully you ace them all. Yeah, Brian does the cat cam. Sonia does the cat cam. All right. This is Brother Sergeant James signing off. Everyone stay safe. Be nice.